Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's sacred space of meditation. Please say hi and where you're tuning in from. It would be nice to know where you're connecting from. And this is a beautiful opportunity for us to gather together. Morning, Christine. A beautiful opportunity for us to gather together and create sacred space as the beginning to our morning routine. So I'm going to share some things with you as usual, and we can discuss things. And hi Christine. Oh sweet, yeah, you're in Ireland, wow. And I'm going to start by doing a little reading for us all and for anyone that may tune in at any point. And you can always, if you tune in partway through this, you can always watch it from the beginning. So I'm going to share something out of this book, which is A Guide for the Advanced Soul. I guess that's probably looking slightly the opposite way around, but so I've just opened it and it says, when some misfortune threatens, consider seriously and deliberately what is the very worst that could possibly happen. Having looked this possible misfortune in the face, give yourself sound reasons for thinking that after all, it would be no such terrible disaster. Such reasons always exist, since at the worst, nothing that happens to oneself has any cosmic importance. When you have looked for some time steadily at the worst possibility and have said to yourself with real conviction, after all, that would not matter so very much, you will find that your worry diminishes to quite an extraordinary extent. It may be necessary to repeat the process a few times, but in the end, if you have shirked nothing in facing the worst possible issue, you will find that your worry disappears altogether and is replaced by a kind of exhilaration. That's by Bertrand Russell, The Conquest of Happiness. Right, I'm going to read another one out of here this morning. Feeling cold. Be afraid of nothing. You have within you all wisdom, all power, all strength and all understanding. And that particular reading is Eileen Caddy that I usually read every morning, so that's quite funny. Good morning, Tony. I hope you're well. It's nice to see a few familiar faces. And I'm now going to pick a card for us this morning as well, from the Osho Zen Tarot. A message for today, for all of us, anyone that may tune into this at any point. And so the message I've got is travelling. The tiny figure moving on the path. There's a tiny figure on there. The tiny figure moving on the path through this beautiful landscape is not concerned about the goal. He or she knows that the journey is the goal. The pilgrimage itself is a sacred place. Each step on the path is important in itself. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates a time of movement and change. It may be a physical movement from one place to the next, or an inner movement from one way of being to another. But whatever the case, this card promises that the going will be easy and will bring a sense of adventure and growth. There is no need to struggle or plan too much. The travelling card also reminds us to accept and embrace the new. Just when we travel to another country with a different culture and environment than the one we're accustomed to, this attitude of openness and acceptance invites new friends and experiences into our lives. Life is a continuity, always and always. There is no final destination it is going towards, just a pilgrimage, just the journey in itself is life. Not reaching to some point, no goal, just dancing and being in pilgrimage, moving joyously without bothering about any destination. What will you do by getting to a destination? Nobody has asked this, because everybody is trying to have some destination in life. But the implications, if you really reach the destination of life, then what? Then you will look very embarrassed. Nowhere to go, you have reached the final destination. And in the journey you have lost everything. You had to lose everything. So stand naked at the final destination. You will look all around like an idiot. What was the point? You were hurrying so hard. You were worrying so hard. And this is the outcome. It's a beautiful reminder for us to stay with the moment, to stay with what's unfolding, to not allow ourselves to get caught up in the mind's ideas of future happenings. It's also a beautiful reminder that there really is no goal, because if we create a goal, we miss the opportunity to see what's here, what's right in front of us and available right now. If we're too busy in the mind thinking of the future or remembering some past experience, we miss the magic, we miss the energy, we miss the presence of the moment. It's still there, we're just not open to seeing it. And this is what's most important. We have more energy, and when we are present, we have more energy when we're present. We also tap into the universal consciousness, the highest wisdom, our highest self, when we bring ourselves into the moment. If we're worrying about things, or looking ahead at something, or looking to the past for something, then we're missing what's here. We're moving our focus out of the moment and into some fantasy reality that doesn't exist. So we need to remember just to be here now. It's very simple, actually, and Ram Dass said that. To be here now, to be focused on whatever we are doing, creating, whatever is arising at this moment is so important, because then we can give it our full attention, our full energy, and the choice that we make becomes a choiceless choice. It's an effortlessness. It just happens. We just create the best outcome by being present with the situation in the moment. Yes, Christine, be here now. It's a great mantra for anybody. That's really the meaning of awakening. It's really the meaning of enlightenment. It's simply to be here now, to be yourself as you are, and to be here now with whatever life is offering, because life is always giving us an opportunity to be present to that which is here. And we are life, we're life unfolding, we are this moment, we're not separate from any of it. It is us, is the self. And if we focus right now, we notice that where our breath is, where our attention is, this is all that exists in this moment. This is the truth of this moment. You know, there's nothing else actually happening outside of our awareness. Our experience is this. Everything else is a fantasy, a delusion, an idea, a concept, a belief. It's not real. We can act much more effectively in the world. We can be more compassionate, more loving, and generally have more energy when we are focused in the moment. And the moment it's not really a moment. It's an eternal moment that's constantly unfolding and looks like little moments, but is really the same moment. And in that clarity, there is no time. You know, time is a concept of the mind, a human construct. And there's an experience of time in this body. But outside of this body and outside of the mind, there is no time. And without the mind, there is also no judgments about anything. Life just happens. It unfolds. And without the mind, no judgments immediately bring peace. Peace to any situation. Because it's our judgments that create the drama, that create the resistance to what is. And how can we know that our judgments are real when they're based in some fantasy idea about a situation or somebody else in our life? And this is where projections come in, and we project our feelings, thoughts, ideas about somebody onto them, and we miss the person. We miss that being that's in front of us, because we're too busy putting all of our ideas about why they did this, why they did that, what happened with that situation, onto them. Or even we just have an idea of who they are, and it's not who they are, it's our idea of who they are, which is very different. So to meet somebody, to meet others in this moment exactly as they are and you are, that is a true meaning of relationship. That is the gift that we all have with each other, is to see each other afresh every moment. To meet each other as we are, without past ideas or future fantasies. How beautiful life is to be present with the other as with yourself. Because of course everybody is a reflection, a divine reflection of the self, of the one. And you are that. And at the same time, we are all unique individual beings with our own gifts, talents, abilities and sharings. We are all unique expressions of God, of truth, of wisdom, of oneness. And if we can reframe or change the way that we see and experience an opportunity, if we can look at it with less judgment, who are we to know the bigger picture? When life is unfolding through 1 billion expressions of love, 7 billion expressions of love, life is unfolding for us all. How can we know that what isn't happening isn't perfect? If it's happening, it's perfect. It simply wouldn't happen otherwise. Life is incredibly intelligent, and life is happening for us to learn the most about ourselves, about ourselves. Life is happening for our expansion, our growth, our joy. Everything can be celebrated. Everything. From the tear, from the prayer, from the drama, from the anger, from the sadness, from the depression, from whatever. And these are all labels, of course, again, judgments from the mind. Again, everything is just happening. But whatever we want to call anything, everything is a celebration, because in this body, in this moment, this is it. There is nothing else. So why not celebrate all of it? Good morning, Nick. This is a place where we can have these experiences, where we can witness life from the perception of a body, where we can feel the earth beneath our feet, where we can connect with Mother Earth, when we can feel the heavens around us, when we have the ability to be in heaven or hell, depending on our state of mind. The kingdom of heaven is within us. This is it. Here is your opportunity to be in heaven or to choose hell, to be in peace or to choose drama. But know that whatever is unfolding for you is perfect for your growth, to bring you back to self, to bring you back to truth, to bring you back to the one. Nothing is by mistake. Nothing is happening by mistake. It's all perfectly unfolding. And the way you can know this is because that is what is happening. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle. You beat so many thousands of sperm to get here. You are miraculous. You already won that race, if it was a race. So there were so many souls wanting to get through, and you arrived here. You were the one that came into this body. You are already a miracle. There is no doubt about that. A walking, talking, being miracle of life. And look at what you have to be grateful for. This body, the experience of this mind, the ability to witness life, the ability to sit in meditation, to be in joy, to make choices. You have the ability to experience life in its fullness. When you were born, you were pure consciousness, pure awareness, unaware of your body. That took some getting used to. You didn't even perceive yourself as separate. There was no perception, there was pure oneness. Pure experience. And that is your state of being. That is what you are. There may be an appearance of something else, an appearance of coming and going, an appearance of a body, of course, an appearance of a mind, an appearance of experience. Everything is appearing in life, arising out of the silence and moving back into the silence. And the silence is the void, its presence. It's a place of billions of possibilities depending on where you put your attention. And this is the meaning of creating your experience. Where you give your attention, what your beliefs are, what you base your experience on is what you experience. So what do you have to be grateful for today? And I don't mean things that you own. I mean family, friends, this body, this life, these opportunities for growth. Of course it can be things as well, but things are coming and going. Give yourself a moment to be in gratitude with what life is offering right now. All that life has already blessed you with, given you. So many gifts. And life is taking care of you. Never doubt that. It always is taking care of you, it always has taken care of you, and it will continue to take care of you. And you don't have a life, you are life. There may be an appearance of having a life, but you are life. You are everything. And every day you create miracles without even realizing it. Yes, Nick, love is what counts. Love is what we are. And it's not even the word love, because the word love has so many connotations, so many interpretations, so many conditionings. Every word is powered with our conditioning of it. We often miss what is here because all we see is our interpretation of what that word means when we explain something. Without the mind's conditioning, everything just is. Without the mind's judgments, everything is. And this is not just about experience and the story that we carry with us. It's about everything, the way we see nature. The way we experience nature, life. Those conditionings run deep. Without giving something a name, what do we see? When we don't interpret something, what do we see? All is a form of consciousness. And there are so many forms of consciousness, so many beings. And even the stuff that looks solid is consciousness made manifest, ideas made manifest. So let's now take a few minutes silence to be with what is real, what is true, to be with the depth of our own being, being self. Because silence, a space of meditation, and even meditation is not a doing, it's actually our natural state of being. But there's an appearance of doing because it has become less and less natural to many of us. But actually life is meditation. There is an opportunity for meditation as life. Something that is not separate from us, something that is our experience. Our daily knowing. Where we witness everything. From the pure mind. From beyond the mind that we know so well that creates drama and fantasies, to the space of pure mind. So bring your attention right here, right now. Forget about everything that has been said. Forget about any ideas about anything. If thoughts come, let them. They don't affect you. They're not what you are. They're an appearance, like the clouds in the sky. You are the sky. You are the wide open space for everything to move through. Pure presence, pure consciousness. Truly, deeply untouched by anything, and yet able to feel and experience all of it. So right now, drop all concepts of what you think you know about life, about love, about this, and just allow yourself to be with this, exactly as it is. All worries melting away, all stresses melting away. Everything is leaving. Everything that is not needed, that is not real, is leaving your experience. Focusing on the I am, pure presence, because there is a sense that something is experiencing, that something is here now. No need to interpret what that is. Drop everything. Drop everything now. Let yourself get empty. Empty yourself of all ideas, all conditioning, all beliefs about this moment. Allow grace in. Allow the grace of this moment to permeate your entire being. many blessings and infinite love from my heart to yours. Thank you all for giving yourselves a space. And we now send this loving presence out into the universe and bless all those that need it now. And we ask that the hearts and minds of those that need comfort and grace receive it now. Om Namah Shivaya.